Hello, my dear Scorpio. This is Ron from Tower of the Twin Sun. I'll be doing your reading for September 2019. What I like about Scorpio is that they are the gateway of true transcendence when it comes to it, because they are able to really go really deep down into the wells of existence, to the dark depths of the human soul, and are able from that diving into the deep, are able to transcend and scale a lot more in a proportion that outweighs all the other signs in a way. Through the darkness come they into the light. And it is an incredible sign in which transformation is required, and any situations that are they're cast into are essentially great teachers for how much they are the true lovers of the zodiac. All right, that's a bold statement, but I am going to stand by it because I find that their intensity and their wealth of true polarity, of taking the medium of love to the extremes is by far none other excelled than Scorpios. Scorpio is probably the most accelerated medium for transformation. Okay, transformation on a great, profound spiritual level. Most of their love is not based on romance, but rather on a great propensity for spiritual liberation and transformation and elevation, according to a certain type of freedom. Okay, it's freedom, but it's also contradictory because it's freedom according to a type of restraint. Okay, so they are the boundary breakers, they are the rule makers of true love in a way. Aquarians also, by the way, Aquarians are also very advanced because they can do it detached, in a detached kind of way, but an evolved Scorpio is truly detached because they've felt the gamut of true love in a way, to the point where losing it is actually makes them closer to certain people, which sounds really strange, and it requires a wisdom and a grace of telepathy, of psychic evolution, in order to maintain on a 5D level connections with all their lovers. And they're very few lovers, by the way. Maybe 2 or 3 out of the entire lifespan can Scorpio find true love. So what I'm seeing in the cards, I digress. What I'm seeing in the cards is that there is a type of justice that you are revisiting. Okay, justice in a situation in which there was inequality or unequilibrium in this thing, because like you saw a type of like end game with this person, and a truth came out. The truth came out after you went into a hanged man position, and were able to find. We're able to find a certain amount of feeling and emotion that was processed, and all these led to a sort of contention with the cycles of your mind, and there was a certain sort of fighting between emotions and feelings and emotions and your actual mind process. Okay, so in a way, in this state, you were waiting for something on this individual, in particular the situation with a soulmate. Of course you would wait, and you've invested quite a bit already, quite a bit of time and energy, but you made a choice to instead heal yourself because this person or you were scaling the ladder of ascent in the wrong way. Okay, so you realized after stepping away from the situation that the mode of love in which was being given, perhaps you to them, obviously, there was a great deal of imbalance and perhaps possessiveness and tyranny in the way this person was coming about, because it created the Three of Swords energy for you. Okay, so there was betrayal here. This is a past situation, betrayal, and not only that, the labyrinth of your mind went into a state of regret as you were healing with that Aquarius energy from earlier. I'll show you it. The Aquarius energy, God, where is it? Yeah, here. So the labyrinth of your mind, you're stuck in the water in order to find out truth here as well. So in a way, you going through the labyrinth to find your own truth and logic behind your emotional processes and why you were heartbroken by this person led you into some sort of transcendence that was guided by the higher powers. And like, you're coming into power, all right? So this month in September, you're coming into power with the Magician energy. This is Virgo as well as Gemini. And you're going to manifest some form of true happiness, some sort of family, some sort of home. Perhaps you're healing past traumas with a family member or multiple family members, in which you can come up with a structure that works for you, that is not sort of mired in triggers, but rather healing situations. So September seems like a lot of healing. Because there was no victory with this person, okay? But there's a secret, all right? There's a secret with the High Priestess here about a mistruth. And during your rest and sleepless nights, you were able to wake up and see why, with the Seven of Pentacles, you were waiting and calculating certain timing with this, but then, like, you're done waiting out in the cold, and this person was definitely a player, and they don't want to sort of revisit. They've sort of walked away and don't want to revisit, but what they're going through right now is a fucking tower moment, okay? So they're sort of getting their karmic justice, and you might get a communication with them, but it's not going to happen, because, like, the world is turning and there's revolutions happening. So that's one aspect of it. Another aspect of it is that there is a great deal of you trying to set down this passionate cycle. The fires are burnt out between you and this person and has left you into a state of hermitude, which is withdrawal. But like I said, I mean, the Hermit and the Star, as well as the other card, I can't remember which one it was, talks about you going and trying to find your truth, probably the Four of Swords. You trying to find your truth alone. But you're done waiting, and, like, you're ready to make a steady sort of movement to something new. And this movement is you coming into a secret power. Okay, this is your card. This is Santa Moreta, which is the Saint of Death. This is the Death card, and, like, the Death card is really interesting, Scorpio. You might find this fascinating in that it's encompassed by the sun, for one thing, which is a huge ego elevation. But then there's also, like, the kid, the baby in the carriage there, that this Virgin Mary has, sort of like an immaculate conception walking through a gateway, and then there's like a miscarriage of sorts because it's in the reverse. All right, so, like, birthing at the wrong time, or perhaps purging at the wrong time for you in September. Therefore, this will push you into the Eight of Cups energy, in which you might revisit a past situation. I don't recommend it because well, you could, and you might be looking for some sort of commitment, but you're ready to cut out, and you see through the veil, ready to cut out anything that is not going to serve you, because there's a secret here about love. Okay, you're gonna have a choice between two lovers, or between you and yourself, or you and someone else. Okay, and there's a great deal of sort of like a secret key that you're going to find in order to open the lock of love and open your heart up. Okay, so there's a possibility for your heart chakra to be opened up in the month of September some way, either through friends or lovers or family members, and it's going to help you to heal and going to help you to expand in a certain way. All right. Thank you, Scorpio. I really do appreciate it. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Please, peace, and namaste. I will talk to you fairly soonly. Enjoy your September. Thank you. Bye.